All right, testing 1, 2. Okay, can you try yours?
Hello.
Okay, you ready to get this show on the road?
Yeah,
All right. Oh, but before I go on, you want to do like a cold open?
sure.
You know what a cold open is?
It's like a mini intro.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with the rest of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh. Oh, I got one idea. So I bought the Nintendo Switch 2, right? Or I got the Nintendo Switch 2, and I eventually bought Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream.
Mm-hmm.
And there was I made you and I as me's, and I there was a one instance where I'm just walking around, right, and it was after playing some guitar because I gave my me a guitar, and I'm just walking around, and you called me AutieMtlhd, and what you did to me was you had a flashlight holding under your face
Mm-hmm.
and said "boo." And you scared my ass for no reason at all. So I don't know how to feel about that except fuck you for that. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new show called AutieMtlhd and Friends. I'm your host, AutieMtlhd,
And Moises Conejo.
and we're here with our pre-first episode. This is going to be episode 0. So, how this show works is we talk about whatever we want, but it's decided on a wheel. So, a little info or background, as I should say. I actually conceptualized this idea with Moises, and I asked him if he wants to start a podcast, and he said, "Yeah, we could do that." And the original plan was to uh, have a little bowl of topics to choose from, but then I thought maybe it's easier if I do it on a wheel. So I did it on a wheel. So how it's going to work is I have a wheel on my iPhone, and we tap it to spin it around, and the wind and the wheel decides the topic for us. But today is going to be different because I want to talk about something special that happened over the weekend of January of June 1st, which was specifically on June 7th, and that is when I went to my first Pride event. What do you think about that, Moises?
Well, honestly, I think. Well, I didn't go there. Honestly, it would have been fun to go to, but unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to go.
Yeah, I actually had invited Moises to go come over and go to this Pride event that was in downtown Torrance on June 7th. But like he said, he unfortunately couldn't go, so I had to invite a relative of mine, and I had a really fun time over there. The event had makeup lessons and drag performances. Oh, and live music. But I was only there for the drag performances. I couldn't make it to the early makeup lessons, which was like around 11 to 1 p.m. And I arrived at 2 p.m. over there. And all I have to say about the drag performances is they were amazing. There was one standout though that caught my relative's attention, and that was a drag queen named Mocha Mami, a Latina drag queen who I don't know where she's from, but she was amazing. She did an amazing split, which my relative couldn't really record, so it was unfortunate that happened. But nonetheless, we had a good time. At this moment, I have uploaded a TikTok about that, but I have more stuff coming up, so I'll probably post it by the time this podcast episode 0 goes live. So, any thoughts about that, Moises? Like, you have any questions?
Well, you kind of just answered it. Like, how did it go?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, I would go again. 10 out of 10. Okay, so originally this was just gonna be uh the rundown of how the show is gonna be, and then my Pride event info. But I want to keep this like at least an hour long, so I think we'll just spin the wheel and choose a topic.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so we have our wheel, and I don't know if you could hear the the wheel, but I'm going to tap it and it should choose a topic for us. And our topic is Mexican politics. Oof, this is going to be an interesting one. So, what are your thoughts on Mexican politics today? What's your thoughts on Claudia Sheinbaum, the current president of Mexico?
Well, the one thing that I think, if I remember correctly, apparently she passed healthcare for all.
Oh no, that hasn't happened yet, but it's going to happen next year. It's going to
happen. Well, that was a massive win for her.
Yes,
this is like, how could the USA, who is said to be like the richest country or whatever, right, and yet we can't even get healthcare for all.
Yeah.
So for her to, well, like we said, it's in the process of happening. Healthcare for all.
Yeah.
That's a big win for her.
Yeah, definitely. I may not have voted for her, but I'm glad that that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
What else is happening? Oh, what other things are happening? Do you know?
Well, I don't think this is politics related, but apparently they're not going to school because of the World Cup happening.
I mean, that's a given because oh no, but Mexico has longer school days, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't think that's politics related, but regardless, that's a win.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know if this is politics related, but I do fancy the neo-zapatistas that are in Chiapas. I don't know how you feel about the neo-zapatistas.
Honestly, I am not up to date on that information, so I'll read up on it.
Yeah, the neo-zapatista army of Mexico. I think they had like something going on with the Mexican government. I think they were rebelling against the Mexican government in 1994, and it's been like 32 years since they occupied parts of Chiapas, and I think they have. I don't know if it's universal healthcare, but I do know that they have like a library that's like free. I mean, libraries are free, but free education. I think that's one of them. And I think they're politically libertarian socialists, which being an anarcho-communist, I am a big supporter of. Now the only thing we need to get rid of are the cartels.
Oh yeah, that's also been happening. Did it happen earlier this year?
What?
The cartel incident, like with, I think it was Puerto Vallarta, where they.
You know, I haven't been really keeping up with Mexican politics or stuff like that.
Because I did hear that something like that happened earlier. Probably in Puerto Vallarta, I think. Or Jalisco, one of the two. Well, apparently the cartels. Some cartel activity took place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what exactly is Claudia Sheinbaum doing? Not that I'm questioning her or anything. I'm just curious about what has she done about that. Like I said, I'm not keeping up with Mexican politics. My mom is the one that keeps up with that.
My mom too.
Yeah, and by the way, she's a big supporter of Claudia Sheinbaum.
Mm-hmm. If anything, my mom also said that the economy over there is improving.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh,
the cartel.
Yeah. What was she?
I didn't hear anything about it. But I'm pretty sure she made a comment or so.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully she's doing something about it. Not that I don't have any faith in her. I know I keep saying that a lot, but hopefully she's doing something behind the scenes at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully. All right, let's spin the wheel again and see another topic. Oh, this is an interesting one.
Ooh, AI.
AI. All right, so what exactly is your opinion on AI?
Ooh. It's one of those things like, if in the wrong hands, can be bad.
Yeah,
and it's kind of like those mix. Like, I'm sort of torn on it in a way.
Oh, well, let me help you with that. No, it depends, because I'm anti-AI, but I'm actually specifically anti-generative AI. So that's like the only bad AI. Other AI is pretty good. And the reason why I'm anti-generative AI is because not only do they steal from sources like artists and musicians, depending on what kind of generative AI is, they also consume a lot of water, which is why there's people in certain spots of the United States that are passing anti-data center laws to prevent them from building and using up the water. So that's a thing. Yeah. And it's pretty bad out there.
Yeah, and also, since not to offend people out there, but since they don't know what's reality, what's AI generated, they're gonna believe some stuff
that's actually not offensive. That's a scary reality because there are instances where people can't differentiate between what's real and what's AI.
Yeah.
It's happening on both sides of the aisle. Like there's people who are anti generative AI. They will post like a really good image of art. It could be a drawing or even a photo that has like a lot of filters, and people will think that that's AI. And on the other side, there's people who what were we talking about?
I think the comment is like people not being able to distinguish.
Oh yeah,
what's reality.
And on the other side, there's people who will post AI stuff, but people will actually believe that that's the real thing. I remember I'm in an anti-AI group, Artists Against AI, and there was a picture that an image that one group posted on there that had a generative AI image of I think her name was Sydney Sweeney and John Carpenter. I think it was on a horror group, and I forgot what movie was it for. But it was an AI image of that, and I guess I don't know if people liked it or not, but on the Artists Against AI group, they had that image, and on the other side of the post, because it was two images, the AI one, and then there's a real image of those two, and they said that they had to leave the group and exclaimed that there's a real one that's out there of Sydney Sweeney and a young Sydney Sweeney and John Carpenter. So yeah, generative AI is really bad for not just for the people, but for the entire world.
Yeah. And how about those sites like ChatGPT or Google Gemini or those?
That's also Gemini. That's also generative AI.
Yeah.
There's been a study about how using ChatGPT and all the likes of generative AI will actually, I think, decrease your education or something like that. I can't remember exactly.
I think it's like thinking, no? Like
yes,
like something about your thinking.
Yeah, something about your thinking. And
yeah, I believe it.
Yeah,
because if you're heavily relying on Chat or sites like ChatGPT, especially since they could be giving out misinformation.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, and I've heard people arguing that generative AI is like a calculator, that it's a tool for you to use. But I push back against that and say that while calculators are indeed tools for when you solve math, it can't be replaced by AI who is doing the work for you. Which, if you see the difference, you're a mathematician, right?
Math major, yep.
Yeah. What's your pushback against or comparing the two of generative AI and calculator?
At least with the calculator thing, sure, it does give you the answer, but it's like a puzzle. You have to find your way how to get there.
Exactly.
Whereas ChatGPT or those sites like that, it just gives it to you.
Yeah.
Which defeats the whole purpose of the challenge or learning.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that.
And fun fact, before we move on, ChatGPT was introduced as I was heading out to college, like as I was exiting to college because I was graduating.
Really?
Yeah, it was introduced in 2022
Oh,
and
okay.
fall. So
Oh,
when that
okay.
was slowly becoming a thing, I was on my way out.
Yeah, man, AI sucks.
It does.
All right, we're spinning the wheel again. Arrow Ace. Oh, okay.
What is that?
That's a good question, Moises. Uh, so you know that there's gay, there's lesbian, there's bisexual, there's pansexual, there's all sorts of identities that you can describe.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for you to know what arrow ace is, you have to understand what asexuality and aromanticism is. So asexuality is the lack of sexual attraction, and aromanticism is the lack of romantic attraction. And arrow ace is the um, what's the word? The synthesis of those, if you will, which you one person cannot experience sexual attraction nor romantic attraction. And I think I put this on the wheel is because it's important to talk about these things, especially in LGBTQ places where there's a lot of ace and aerophobia out there, thinking that the people thinking that you can that one can't not have sexual attraction or romantic attraction, but honestly, there's people that have no sexual or romantic attraction, or one or the other.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, I actually made one of my Mii's Arrow Ace to give that sort of representation uh, to, uh, and honestly, on a personal note, I kind of think myself as gray sexual, which is like experiencing sexual attraction rarely or weekly. For me, it's rarely because I don't remember having sexual attraction to anybody that much. The only attraction that I have the most was romantic attraction, and I've had several crushes. So, uh, and lately I haven't really experienced it that much either. But I can't really call myself gray arrow ace, which is similar to gray sexual, and gray romanticism, which is experiencing sexual or romantic attraction weekly or rarely. So I'm kind of on the fence on it, and I'm still deciding on uh, whether or not to call myself arrow ace or label myself arrow ace. But yeah, I don't remember if I experienced sexual attraction that much. Anyway, what are your thoughts?
Ooh. Well, coming from a straight guy myself, this is certainly not my area of expertise. So
That's why you're always free to ask questions, even if it's problematic. I can tell you if it's problematic or not.
yeah. So if anyone hearing this, if I say something incorrect or whatever, let me know.
Yeah, be sure to let us know in the comments down below.
Because again, not my area of expertise. So.
All right, we're gonna spin the wheel again. Oh, problematic artists. This is actually an interesting topic. So, do you have any problematic artists that you listen to? And by problematic, I mean, did they say anything bigoted, like homophobic, racist, anything is?
I'm ashamed to say this, but Kanye West.
Oh man, Kanye West.
Yeah, I mean his songs back then were amazing. Well, no pun intended, because he has a song called "Amazing." But after hearing those remarks about, like, I don't know if I should say this here.
What?
But he made those comments like, "Oh, slavery was a choice" or whatnot, and not to mention those anti-Semitic remarks. I'm like,
yeah, he's become sort of a Nazi nowadays.
So that's why I said, like, I'm ashamed to see.
Yeah. No, if you're saying, like, if you're quoting somebody, I guess it's okay. It's not necessarily problematic of you because you're not the one that said it. But
like I'm quoting someone saying,
yeah. it only is problematic if you say like slurs, if you repeated slurs, which yeah, that could be problematic. But going back on topic, yeah, there have been problematic artists that I've listened to in the past, and I think currently, um, the drummer for System of a Down.
Yeah.
Yeah, all most of the guys in System of a Down are like left wing, and talk about the Armenian genocide and how they're, I think, anti-Bush and stuff. The drummer is pro-Trump. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they make good music and talk a lot about the Armenian genocide. But yeah, that I think that's like the only band that I listen to that has a problematic artist. And problematic artists that I've listened to in the past. I think one I can really pinpoint is what used to be my favorite band of all time, Megadeth.
Oh, yeah.
And Dave Mustaine is a problematic musician. I forgot to say something, but I'll say it. I'll say it after this. But anyway, Megadeth's Dave Mustaine. For one thing, he's had homophobic beliefs in the as of currently. I don't know if he still does, but last time I heard, he was anti-gay marriage and has used the F slur way back when. And I've talked about this in a video, getting this off my chest on my main channel, AutieMtlhd, and talked about how Dave Mustaine is problematic. And that was one of the things. The other thing is, I think he likes Alex Jones, and he has a song called Endgame. I think talk about the conspiracy theories with FEMA camps and stuff like that. Uh, and I haven't listened to Megadeth, not even the new Megadeth album that came out recently. So I haven't listened to Megadeth since I decided to stop listening to them a few years ago. What other problematic artists have I listened to? I don't know if Metallica counts because James Hetfield and Lars Ulrich, and I think Jason Newsted at one point too, did Nazi salutes. I mean, one can make the argument that they were mocking the Soviet Union when they played. But I think it's problematic to even use the Nazi salutes. Although another person can argue that it was a long time ago. This was like in the late 80s, mid to early 90s. So how do you feel about Metallica using Nazi salutes?
And that's sad because I like listening to Metallica too. So hearing this stuff, I'm like, man.
Yeah, I mean, we could still listen to Metallica because it's been like 40 years. Yeah, so it's possible that they learn from their mistakes.
Yeah, if they don't do it anymore, learn like, okay, yeah, what we did was stupid or whatnot.
Yeah,
I'll accept that.
Yeah,
but if it's an ongoing pattern, then it's like, no.
Yeah,
I don't stand by it.
And I think James Hetfield also was mocking Asian people, even though Kirk Hammett is, I think, Asian. I think he's Filipino. I could have that wrong, so someone correct me in the comments. But yeah.
I just thought of another one. Eminem. Because back then there were rumors that he was homophobic.
Okay.
And I forgot who he invited up on stage. But it was someone gay, I believe.
Okay.
Elton John? I don't know. Let me know in the comments who it was.
But I think it might have been Elton John. Yeah. But I think he's... if someone could correct me, I think Elton John is maybe bisexual.
Or bisexual, one of those two.
Yeah.
And I think he brought him on stage to dispel those rumors that he was homophobic.
He was using the friends argument.
Yeah, so I was like...
I don't know if
that was a good idea.
I mean, yeah, because it's like what Dave was saying. There was a tweet that he tweeted out many years ago. He said, "I'm not homophobic. I have gay friends," and that's a logical fallacy.
Yeah,
the friends argument. it's like uh, it's like saying you have a white guy has a Mexican friend, but he calls his Mexican friend Beaner or something.
Beaner, wetbag. Yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty horrible.
Yeah. Like, in theory, it sounds good. You can correct me too.
Uh huh.
It sounds good in theory, but the way, like, how you're using them to get yourself out of a controversial situation is like, that's not a good idea.
No.
Not a good look on you.
No. Yeah. Oh, and the one thing I wanted to say is, and I hope you got this before even listening to this. But when we're talking about problematic artists, we mean that they're problematic. Uh, we mean they're problematic, but it also doesn't mean that you can't listen to them. Mm-hmm. So if you're currently listening to them, feel free to stop. Feel free to listen to it. I don't give a shit if you do. Yeah. We're just talking about how problematic they are, and if you want to keep listening to them, keep listening to them.
Yeah,
I'm not saying we're not trying to quote unquote cancel them, because for one thing, they're big artists. It's sort of impossible to cancel them. And there was a TikTok that I heard through TikTok, redundant. They say that you can't. There's no such thing as cancel culture, which I've talked to a friend of mine about this, and he kind of pushed back against that. To which I said, "Well, I didn't think about that." But the more I think about it, the more because it was. I can't really talk about it, but I right now I kind of still disagree, because if I think it was a false allegation that happened with that friend, instead of like cancel culture, because cancel culture is something different. Like, you're trying to end the career when it comes to cancel culture, not necessarily a false allegation or something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, at the end of the day, if you're still listening to problematic artists, you do you. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can get one more. Maybe we get more after this. Age gap relationships.
Ooh, now this is juicy. This is juicy.
Yeah. So let me start off with this. What is your age limit when it comes to relationships?
Well, I mean, there's the obvious. I gotta be 18 or older, obviously.
Yeah, it depends. Because when I meant what's the age limit, I meant like how many years are you willing to date a person. Like, for example, for me, it has to be someone 5 years and younger, or 5 years apart, I should say.
Yeah. Roughly around there. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 years younger than I am, or 5 years older than I am. Mm-hmm. No more than 5.
Yeah, I'm like around the same boat.
Yeah. And fun fact, my grandparents had an age gap relationship about 10 years. Mm. Yeah, and I talked to my mom about age gap relationships briefly. Not exactly the entire subject of age gap relationships, but she says that she doesn't mind like a 10-year age gap relationships, but there's some sort of power dynamic that's going on when it comes to when it comes to like age gaps, you know. And I follow this creator on TikTok, Christian Divine, and I think his mom and dad had an age gap relationship, or one of his family members had an age gap relationship, and ever since he was anti age gap relationship. What about you, Moises?
Excuse me. I don't really have an instance or story of someone I know who is in the age gap.
But
that's really it. As long as the age gap is like no more than 5.
Yeah, I've seen people where like Leonardo DiCaprio, who's time I remember last time I checked, he was dating someone who was 19 years and he was 19 years old, and he was like what, in his late 40s, right?
Yeah, apparently he has this rule, quote unquote. If she's older than 25, he bye.
Wow,
I heard that's a thing from some.
that actually sounds creepy. Yeah,
I heard that.
let's
Whether it's true or not,
is up for debate.
yeah,
Yeah, so this is unconfirmed, but if that really happened, that's actually kind of creepy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's creepy enough to for someone who's 30 dating an 18-year-old. It's also very creepy if you're 40 or late 40 uh and dating a 19-year-old and saying if she's older than 25 goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, i'm I'm pretty much age gap anti age gap relationships of more than 5 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can hear, but someone is saying "Si se puede" on the TV.
Yeah.
All right, let's see another one.
See what we got.
Anarchism. Ooh, this is my subject. So let me ask you this: what do you know about anarchism?
None. Honestly.
Okay, you don't know what the core principle is about anarchism?
Does that have something to do like with tyranny or something?
Uh, in a way, yes,
Mm.
but not necessarily tyranny. It's more, see the core principle of anarchism is um, you're against certain unjust hierarchies. One of them being the state or the government,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, there's different branches of anarchism. One of them being anarcho-communism, which is, according to Wikipedia, not a Marxist based communism. And what it is it's basically communism, but think about this: communism, uh, the revolution uh, uh, brings about the end of a tyrannous government, or did I say that right? Tyrannous government, is that a word? We'll say it's a word, but they overthrow the government and put in socialism, right? And over time, that socialism will deteriorate the government, and basically the government will go away on its own and become communism.
Mm-hmm.
In anarchist communism, capitalism and state are inseparable, and therefore must be dismantled and basically um, overthrow the government and then transition into communism immediately. That's one school of thought. The other schools of thought are mutualism, which is like sort of the OG anarchism that was developed by Joseph Proudhon, who says that property is theft. Uh, I'm not a mutualist anymore. I used to be, but not anymore because, well, for one thing, Pierre Joseph, Pierre Joseph Proudhon was a problematic person. He did not believe in equality. But the main reason why I decided to become an anarcho-communist is because of one core principle, which is also in communism, Marxist communism, and that is what's the word? I need to think about it. uh, to each according to their from each according to their need. No, I need to look it up. I have it on the tip of my tongue. Oh, from each according to their ability, to each according to their need. And from then on, I became an anarcho communist because, uh, why not? From their according to their to each their ability to each, from each according to their ability to each according to their needs. I don't know how to exactly explain that, but do you understand what it is, Moises?
I'm getting the idea of it.
Okay. Yeah, and anarchist communism was developed more. I mean, it wasn't invented by this guy, but I think it was expanded upon more by this um, um, Russian noble. I think he was a noble or someone. He was in the royal family, but his name was Peter Kropotkin, and he's kind of like uh, the main anarcho-communist guy. I have this book called The Conquest of Bread. I'm not quite finished with The Conquest of Bread, but I have read enough that I highlighted some important stuff, uh, like one instance. Every machine has had the same history, a long record of sleepless nights and of poverty, of delusions and of joys, of partial improvements discovered by several generations of nameless workers who have added to the original invention these little nothings without which the most fertile idea would remain fruitless. I mean, I don't have that entire sentence highlighted, but I do have every machine has had the same history highlighted. Um, I don't know if you want to take a look at it, Moises, but uh, oh, actually, I want to see. I want to highlight this. This is my favorite quote from this book. Anarchy leads to communism, and communism leads to anarchy, both alike being expressions of the predominant tendency to modern societies, the pursuit of equality. Which basically means, if you understand what a communist society looks like, it's basically a moneyless, classless, stateless society. And obviously, it's an anarchistic society if you really think about it. And I mean, one could argue that. Actually, I'm not gonna say much, but that's what led me into anarchist communism. The fact that anarchy leads to communism and communism leads to anarchy, because in anarchy and communism, they both have a stateless society, and they both have moneyless societies as well as classless, because of the fact that there are anti unjust hierarchies.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right here, the quote.
What quote do you have?
Oh, I was reading the quote that you read.
Oh, okay.
Anarchy leads to communism, communism leads to anarchy.
Yeah.
So it's like a two sides of the same coin type of scenario.
Yeah, basically. So after hearing not really a it's a really condensed outlook of what anarchism is.
Mm-hmm.
But what are your thoughts of anarchism?
I think I'm gonna have to read more into that.
Yeah, definitely read
Yeah.
more into it. Excuse me. That's not the only book that he has out that talks about anarcho-communism, the conquest of bread, but there's also mutual aid and some other books that I can't really think about. I have to look them up, but the at least those two books, and then there's Emma Goldman, who is not only an anarcho-communist or was an anarcho-communist, but also an anarcho-feminist. So I have to. I ordered a book on that through my Fire HD tablet, and I haven't read it much. So I mean, I haven't read it at all, but I need to uh, really keep up with anarcho-feminism topics. So I have to read uh, Anarchism and Other Essays by Emma Goldman, and then Queer Anarchism, which is I guess the same thing as regular anarchism, but it's more focused on LGBTQ plus issues, including the fact that including queer liberation and stuff like that. And I also ordered a book by Daniel Guérin, who was a French anarcho-communist who was homosexual or gay, I should say, because homosexual. I mean, it's problematic depending on who you ask.
Mm-hmm.
To me, not it depends how you use it. But if I'm using it to describe a person that doesn't mind calling themselves homosexual, I guess it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any more thoughts on anarchism?
I got nothing at the moment.
Okay. Well, what are your thoughts on the book that you're skimming through right now?
So far, so good. Oh, you're halfway through there. I see.
Yeah, I'm halfway through. I need to keep up with the reading.
Yeah, this looks like some interesting stuff.
Yeah, he also talks about something called the right to well-being.
Mm. I don't know if I'm there already or if I passed it.
No, I think you passed the part where he talks about the right to well-being. It's in the very first chapters.
Oh, well-being for all is not a dream. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. While you're skimming through that book, let me choose another topic, or let the wheel decide the next topic. The supernatural.
Ooh.
So, what are your thoughts about the supernatural? Do you believe in the supernatural?
Well, I've heard a lot of crazy things over the years, so it's really not that crazy to believe that the supernatural could exist.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a bit of a skeptic because I think there's some scientific explanations for the supernatural. Uh, I had more thoughts about this, but I seem to have lost it. Um, like, what exactly do you believe in?
Any the supernatural stuff? Oh
Yeah.
man. Well, I always joke about like for example, like whenever the door will randomly slam,
Uh
I will always joke like, "Oh my god, we're being haunted!"
huh. Yeah.
Like we're being haunted by ghosts or
Hmm.
whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. There's not really much to talk about when it
No.
comes to the supernatural. So I guess we'll uh continue this another time.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're at like 45 minutes according to this thing. Let's do one more spin and then we'll call it.
All right, for the first episode.
Let's see. What else is there?
Ooh,
Anime and
anime
manga.
manga. All right.
All right. I actually don't know what else to talk about with this one. I wish it landed in another topic, so because I know what the other topic is. But let's try to talk about anime and manga. What anime and manga have you consumed?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
Well, I know snippets about what happened in the original Yu-Gi-Oh manga and the anime,
Oh, okay.
and they did their best to, at least in the anime, did their best to kind of like, how do I put it, retain what happened in the manga because some elements in that happen like the
Yeah.
same.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they just switched some details, and I
Basically, be faithful to the
yeah, they
manga.
did their best to be faithful in the manga.
Yeah.
But then again, well, with a few changes here and there,
Yeah.
some of them were too dark that even the anime is like, yeah, we gotta change
Yeah.
that.
I've consumed a lot of anime and manga over the years. Some of my standouts are Attack on Titan, which was one of the first animes that I've ever seen. Not including Pokemon because that was an old anime from so many years ago. So I don't really count that as like my first anime, although technically it is. But my first serious venture into anime was Attack on Titan. I never really finished it because the anime and I think the manga to an extent are problematic against I think Jewish people, if I'm not mistaken, some uh, group. Um, I have also consumed romance animes. Clanad was one that stands out, um, which was based on a visual novel. Um, do you know what a visual novel is?
Visual novel?
Yeah,
No.
basically it's a video game.
Mm.
Yeah, but I can't really explain it. But you choose whichever dialogue you wanna.
Oh, like read about?
Yeah, or something. I have played visual novels before. Actually, just one that I really like on the Nintendo Switch, which maybe I'll show you in the future. What else? Oh, manga. Do you know that there's a Legend of Zelda manga?
I think I've seen some
Yeah, I
in
have. I have
Barnes and
some over
Noble.
here. I have the Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, A Link to the Past, and 4 volumes of Twilight Princess. Yeah, I am a big Legend of Zelda fan, as you can see. I also have. Uh, Let me see if I can get this out. Jungle Emperor manga, but they're in Japanese, so I have to translate them. You know what Jungle Emperor is?
I've seen that.
Yeah.
They came in like an animated version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were 2 animes, at least 2 animes that I know of and consumed too. Um, if you don't know what Jungle Emperor is, it's basically um uh you have you heard of Kimba the White Lion?
Kimba the White Lion?
Yeah.
No.
No. Basically, there was quote unquote the inspiration for the Lion King, like Kimba and Simba. But I'm not gonna get into it because that's a whole can of worms that I don't want to open. I'm just joking about it. Maybe I don't think they got the inspiration from it, but that's like the conspiracy theory that's out there.
Oh. Uh-huh.
But I am I'm not the hugest uh Jungle Emperor fan, but I have consumed the anime, the Kimba 1960s anime, or is it the 50s? I think it was the 60s, and then the newer uh Jungle Emperor anime that came out in the late 80s, which took a more serious dark turn compared to the first anime.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I've also consumed uh, autism manga. Um, I actually discovered this from a former friend called With the Light, which talks about raising an autistic child, and I have um, like 4 volumes of it. I still have to finish it, but um, it's an interesting manga. I would definitely recommend reading it.
Keiko Tobe.
Hmm. What other manga? Oh, A Silent Voice. I've also read A Silent Voice, which I have mixed feelings about, and which also came from, a, I think, opinions from a deaf content creator too. Which, yeah. While you're reading that, I'm gonna go find my Kindle to see if I, or not Kindle. It's a Fire HD tablet.
Mm.
I have more books that I have read that are uh, related to this topic. All right, here we go. My Fire HD tablet fired up. No pun intended. Let me see. What books or manga do I have? Let's see. I've also dipped my toes in some sort of online books too, or manga, I should say. What else have I? Oh, Snow White with the red hair. That's a good manga. I haven't really read that uh, much. My Hero Academia Vigilantes, which also has a series coming out too, and the rest I want to save for another topic. Um, and I guess that's all the manga and anime that I've consumed. And you haven't really consumed much anime or manga, huh?
Anime more so than manga.
Yeah,
But the Yu-Gi-Oh original, the original Yu-Gi-Oh one was the closest one I can
yeah,
remember.
yeah. Oh, there were other manga that I've consumed, but I no longer read them anymore. Um, I would say for me personally, I'm neither an anime or manga person. I like both. Um, it doesn't matter uh, what I like more, but I have to say there are more um manga. I think I consume more manga than anime because there's manga that I've read that haven't come out in uh anime. Some have come out in anime, but most of the manga that I read hasn't come out in anime. Although I wish they would come out in anime. And I think that's gonna do it for this episode. I don't know if I want to call it episode 0 or episode 1, or maybe both, episode 0 and 1. Uh, but this has been fun. What do you think of this?
Yeah, it was it was a great experience doing this podcast.
Yeah. Um, I have some more topics to cover. But if we're gonna keep this podcast going, I think we're gonna need several more topics. So if you have any topics, Moises, that you'd like to talk about, please let me know.
Yeah, for sure.
And for the people here listening to this, if you have any topics that you want us to talk about, please let us know. It has to be something that we know about, not something that we don't know about. Like, for example, painting. Uh,
Yeah,
we might not know
physics.
about that.
Physics
Yeah.
being the bane of my existence.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I could try to talk about music, but don't suggest uh, music. And when I say music, I mean like the technicalities of playing music, not necessarily music genres, which we will talk about in the future. At least I hope so. Anyway, this has been Audi Metalheads and Friends. I am your host, Audi Metalhead,
And Moises Conejo.
and we will see you on the next one. Bye bye.
Ciao.